Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. It's Dylan from Investors Talk, and by high demand, people have requested that I do a video on what I learned in the first year of trading. Now, I'm saying that this video isn't going to be pretty much, one straight year of what I learned on one video. No, I'm going to break it up in a series, and I have some talking points that I want to go into today with you guys, and basically what's made me want to start trading, and what I learned over the year that I have been trading. All right, so the first talking point we'll get into is what is trading and how it works. Basically, I'll give you the textbook definition. Stock trading involves buying and selling stocks frequently in an attempt to time the market. The goal of the stock traders is to capitalize on short-term market events to sell stocks for profit or buy stocks at low. Some stock traders are day traders, which they'll buy and sell several times in a day. So that is the textbook definition for trading. And that is basically, as traders, what we all want to do. If you're an investor, well, you're going to be doing it kind of the same thing, but over a long term. You're not really going to change your positions. You're going to more so add to them because you're more focused on the end game. All right, so I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know about me, what kind of, what made me want to start trading. And I'm going to keep it honest. This just kind of came over me one night. Like, before I started trading, man, I didn't have a lot of money. I was kind of poor at managing money, and I didn't really live paycheck to paycheck, but I definitely didn't have enough in the savings account that if something went wrong, that I felt comfortable paying for whatever it was. So then I find myself, I worked like the night shift sometimes or whatever shift I was, and I was just kind of looking. This is when Robinhood was starting to get big. It was after the initial crash, and I was like, all the stocks were low, and I had that general investor outlook, like, oh, I'll just put money in it and wait like 10 years. But and I did that. I put like money into it. I bought all the airlines when they were low, like probably everyone else did when they got into the market. And they're like, well, what can I buy? So they go look at a 3-month chart and they look at it now. They're like, wow, that's crazy. It fell so much from Corona. I'll just hold it until it comes back. So I was doing that for a while, and I would be up like $12 one day, down like 5 the next, up like 12, down like 20. This completely depended on like what kind of COVID news was coming out, and that's when I really wanted to try to learn more about the stock market, because this was kind of boring, and I was checking it every day. I was like, man, I could really be in this more than I am. I took to the internet. I started watching the basics, and that's basically what this video is going to cover. And I'm going to try to give you pointers. It's not really like me showing you a bunch of cool stuff, but this is me talking to you as a trader that has some skin in the game. I've been trading about a year now. I mean, I know that's nothing impressive compared to some people that have been trading like 10 years or more, but as a new investor, there's some things that you need to hear. And hopefully I have you engaged in this video right now, because these are some things that I wish I would have been told at first. Luckily for me, I had some great mentors when I was coming up and learning how to trade that taught me a lot of things that most people won't. So basically that's what we're going to get into right now, and hopefully we can help you out. And like I said, as I make more of these videos, we'll get in more in depth and go over like actual charts and stuff like that. But as of right now, I might go over like 1 or 2 charts in this video, but it's pretty much just straightforward me talking to you as a new trader from like a guy with some experience. That's all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with some like basic stock market lingo, right? That whenever I got into the market, I had no idea what they meant. I was like, what does that mean? So basically, let's start out with a thing that I was like, what does this mean? I felt like when I figured this out, I had like the biggest brain ever. Okay. The term bearish and bullish. This is how it was described to me. Like, a bullish stock is a stock that is going upwards, right? Because a bull, swipes up with the horns, and a bear swipes down, in a downward motion. So that's bearish. So bullish means a stock is going up, and bearish means a stock is going down. You can have a bullish approach to a stock. You can have a bearish approach to a stock. And that's some cool terminology. We'll get more into it and stuff like that when it comes into like reading charts and stuff like that. And like acronyms that people, or I'll say like when I'm talking in trade alerts and stuff like that. Okay, so the term bullish and bearish also apply to the general market in itself, and that usually influences the direction of the market. So if you're in a bull market, most of the time things are going up. If you're in a bear market, most of the times things are going down. I'm going to show you some examples of a bear market and a bull market, but can you guess what kind of market we're in right now? That is the question you should be asking yourself. Something you can learn right now. Are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? Comment down below what you think. Okay, now moving over here to TradingView, right? And then we're looking at the SPY over since the time it's been created until now, basically. This is where we are now, in this little area right here. I know everyone knows this. This is the famous Corona crash that just happened, and I came into the market pretty much on the 1st of April, roughly, in this candle right here. This will be the month that I came in the market. I've been playing it since here. You know, so we've been pretty bullish since then. But now this is the ideal look of a bull market, right? Boom, you know, just, you know, going up, man. Going up and never stopping, right? But if you come back to like 2000 and, you know, let's say 1990, no, correction, 2000 until about 2003, that was a huge bear market. And then it kind of recovered, and then got bullish, and then bearish again. This is the famous 2008 crash. You will hear people talk about it. I apologize for stuttering. But you'll hear them talk about this a pretty good bit. And then you can see pretty much ever since that huge crash, I guess everything's been good since then, which is kind of sus if you look at it, you know, and we're due for a pullback. Like, this is going up so crazy right now that it almost scares me. But you can only play the market that you're in. You know, if you're in a bull market, stay a bull and play the stock accordingly. When you see signs of reversal, which we'll get into probably in the next video, how to spot, you know, reversals and stuff like that, then you switch on and become a bear and play it on the down, like the downward motion. You make, like a lot of people don't understand is, you do make money if stocks go down. Like, you can make just as much money as they're going up when they're going down. And we'll get into that later on. I just want you to know that, so you understand that stocks don't only have to go up for you to make money. You can play it both ways and make just as much. I've heard the guy in 2008 went short here, kind of, and shorted the SPY, made like billions of dollars. So, you know, obviously he had a lot of money to put into that trade to do that with, but I'm just letting you know it works on both sides. All right, so one more thing I want to cover before I head out on this video is support and resistance. So you're gonna hear this a lot. Well, there's like, you know, people are like, oh, there's support on, you know, whatever it is at this price, or there's resistance at this price. We need to break resistance. We need to hold support, break support. You know, you'll hear this a lot, and you're probably like, what are they talking about? And how are they getting these numbers? All right, so this is Facebook, right? And this is just a rough little chart of Facebook on the daily chart. So here we are, right? And I have these two horizontal lines drawn just to kind of give you like a better picture, right? So let's say the resistance per se is around 287.88. Why do I say that? Because you see this line, it runs across. You see stocks come over it, but then come back in it, right? And they have to, you know, really work to get over this price. And this could also be determined as a range, but I'm looking more as, you know, just the overview of this, right? So you see it, it comes up, it trades in there, it doesn't quite make it the first time, and then it finally trades out. And I believe this was the all-time high for Facebook recently. And then it hits an all-time high, it comes back into the same range that it was trading in here. It goes down, and the support right here of 247.55, roughly, you see it, you know, try to go below it, but it bounces off, establishes support where it's not going to let it fall below. I'm not saying that the stock will never fall below that, but I'm saying there is a lot of support. And you can see the support on this side, before it became the support, was actually resistance. So you can see the stock price bouncing off that level, and then when it finally broke and went up and made a new all-time high, came down within the channel, and or that range basically, and is now using that same spot that it was resisted by as support to keep the stock over a certain price. And you can see it constantly trading within the range here, using roughly around that price as support and resistance. And you see it here again, we break out, get confirmation on one day that it breaks out, but comes back in the range. And then, you know, yet again, it's staying within this range. See it acting as resistance again up here, the same price that we drew on the horizontal line, comes up here, the price bounces. So I recommend, if you want to trade a stock, and you know, looking at this, I'm trying to keep it simple. If you can find a nice, simple like trading range, like say for example, Facebook trades averagely in between 287.88 and 247.55. Well, let's say you see like a confirmation of a reversal off of the support here. Reversal meaning the stock is changing direction. The sellers or the buyers are losing, you know, momentum. In this case, you'd want the sellers to be losing momentum, so you can buy it off of the support right here, and then ride it up maybe to the top of the range. And then, you know, get your profits. Let's say you enter down here at the bottom of the range, you spot it, and you make sure it actually confirms that it's going to hold that. And then you buy on the next day. You ride it up to the top, or however long it takes to get up to the top of that range, sell it out, rinse and repeat over and over. You can do this with any stock. It's basics. It's the basic way of, like, you know, buying and holding for a few days. But I think it's important for a new trader to understand what support and resistance are. Now, obviously, I'll make a better video on it, but that's just like an overview. If you want more, go to YouTube if you want more information before I make my next video. But that is very important for a new trader to know. You really want to watch it when a stock breaks support and resistance, because it could either get bullish if it's breaking the resistance up, like right here. We thought it could go higher, but it was a fake out and it was an all-time high as well. So you got to understand that that went into play and affected how far it was going to go up, because you're just not going to go up forever. You got to be realistic with your gains and how far you expect the stock to go. So as you see weakness on an all-time high, it might be time to exit your position and wait for another entry. And the same thing with support. If a stock breaks support, let's say for this red candle right here would have actually traded another one below and closed there, you would have to really watch it, because you don't know if it's going to fake out and go back into the channel, or if it's actually going to keep going down in a bearish in a bearish way. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video. I hope it's not too long, and I hope the people that are watching actually benefit from it. So I will say that, I'll try to post these as much as I can, and it's been fun, trying to teach you guys this thing. I see you guys in Discord every day. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you want to join our Discord, all the links are in the description. If you're in our Facebook group, welcome. It's nice to meet you. We're getting new members every day. It's awesome. And until next time, I'll see you later.